Alright, greetings YouTube and welcome to the Blue Corner, and we're back again with another look into the Japanese Cardfight Vanguard meta game. The feedback on the last video was pretty positive, so I'm going to be doing this once again, and there were two tournaments that have come up since the last time I did that. One at the end of February, and then one just this past weekend. And yeah, we're just going to try and break it down a little bit. So, the first one is the Phantom BGCS. This was a single person tournament as far as I know. Yeah. And it was won by Chaos. Looking over the deck list, it's pretty typical fare, though he's running 4 draws as opposed to 12 crits. He's running 2 starters, but Colony Maker, as far as I know, can search them out. If he is running that, he should be. Yeah, there they are. So, wait a minute. That grade 2, on the other hand, doesn't look like the Chaos grade 2. That's a. What is that? I can't tell. Yeah, because I've played against this deck before, and that is definitely not the 2 that I'm used to seeing. No. I think that's the Messiah 2. What is his name? Our Awakening Messiah? I'm pretty sure he's the one where when you put him in play and you have a Messiah Vanguard, kind of as one Soul Blast 1, he gets 2k for the, no, you don't count it as, but he gets 2k for the turn, and at the end of the battle, I think he locks himself or unlocks, I forget, but it runs a tech alter ego Messiah. So, and Limit Big Enabler. So it looks, I'd say still fairly standard. So we have that. That was first place. Second place was Barkle Sanctuary Guard Dragon. This is standard fare. 4 grade 3s, a whole bunch of 2s. Yeah, they sure put this deck down, right? On the other hand, I do approve of the mat that this is on, though. That's a Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon mat, but runs the 2 Blaster Blades as well. Just for the Barkle stuff. Yeah, I've already seen a couple people try and play this build here. I even played against one recently. It it will definitely see play. So that this one's a bit of a surprise. The Liberators got top. Like, welcome back, Libs. It's been a while since we saw them do anything. Bluish Flames though, but it runs a couple of the G support cards. 4 heal, 4 stands, 8 crit, including the generic Gold Paladin crit that unflips at damage. So everything with the heal does something. That's a Madu. That looks like a Scourge Point Dragon. Yeah, so that's not the unflip Gold Paladin unit. That's the one where when you call something from the deck, both the Vanguard and it gain plus 5k. And it's also running a different starter. I forget what this one does. I think if you put it into the soul to pump up your Vanguard by X amount of power whenever you do a call. No, that's not right. I forget what the starter does, but I remember it just seeing a drop off in play compared to Guido. But still, it's nice to see Gold Paladins actually doing something. I mean, Prominence Glare is no joke, and Prominence Core has that passive gain power and a crit skill, so you can sit on that if need be, and their stride's pretty decent. And fourth place was also Chaos, and also running the Messiah engine. Let's see, what the heck kind of grade 2 is this? I've never seen this one before. I'm sure. Oh, they're also running Dusty Unicorn, so we're running 2 starters and 7 threes. But what the? It's an 8k. That's got to be something on ride, kind of +1, soul +1, maybe lock something. I don't know what that does. So we have that. The remaining top 16 were 7 Royal Paladins. 6 of them were Thing Saver. So of the 7 Royal Paladins, none of the Thing Savers managed the get past top 8. Instead, it was Barkle Sanctuary Guard Dragon, which is funny considering the Chaos is in there. 3 Shadow Paladins. I'm assuming they were all Revenger variants, but they didn't break top 16. This says 1 Chaos, but oh yeah, so one other Chaos was in top 16. So these are all the things that were in top 16 outside of these things. And then 1 Pale Moon, of which we do have the list here, and it's an interesting build in that it's not focused on Harry. Instead, it's focused more on Artilleryman and the Legion. Well, it's actually like, look at all these grade 2 those. I think it's more focused on that. Just getting your 1-3 and just sitting on that and calling all these things. I'm looking at Artilleryman right here. We're getting him in set 6. He's a common. He's very good. 2 skills on Vanguard once per turn. First one is GB1. When your rearguard is put into your soul, you may put that card into the drop zone instead. And if you do, you choose one of your opponent's rearguards with the same grade as that card and kill it. So it allows you to turn something that you would put back into the soul into a 1-for-1. And his other effect is when your other rearguard is put into the soul, he gains power equal to the original power of that unit until the end of the turn. This is not a GB skill, so if your opponent is staying stuck on 2, you can ride this thing and swing with Darkside Princess, put her into the soul. This guy's now +9, so he's 20k by himself. It's pretty decent. I forget. I think the Legion, when it attack, no, that's the break ride. I forget what the Legion does. It's just something there. And like Mash Magician Harry, as far as like the guy says on his blog, he only ran Harry as something to be searched off of the what's it called, the Midnight Bunny. So Harry was just more of a backup, but it was not the focus of the deck. I'm curious to see if this type of build will take off here. It's definitely the first. It is the first top for Pale Moon since the Lukier Venus days, so it's nice. So there is that. What? Let's see. Aquaforce kind of just vanished from this tournament, which is actually quite frightening. But I guess everything else is just faster. Like I don't know. I'm surprised at this because I figured Blue Waves would still see play, but so that was that week. Moving on to the next week, we have another tournament. This one was a 3-person team tournament, so more in line with what Springfest would be like. Your first place team is Angel Feathers. Okay, let's. Yeah. Wonder if I can copy. I wonder if I can get this on Paint. Give me a second here. And we will just try rotate this like this. And rotate once more. Wow, I'm bad at this. Okay, there we go. So let's take a look at this thing. So this is, yeah, it's okay. It's Nasiel. So this is your typical Nasiel deck. 3 grade 3 Nasiels. And nothing else. Huh. But pretty standard for the course. Angel Feathers. Not much I can say on that. So we'll go back to that. So there's the Angel Feather deck. Grand Blue deck top. Unfortunately, there is no photo for this, but it's confirmed to be a 7 Seas deck, and someone does have the list down below, so we'll take a look at that in a bit. Sanctuary Guard, Royal Paladins got top. Second place was Nasiel. Then we had Royal Paladins. Once again, pretty sure there was an image for this. No, wait. No, there's no image for this, but I believe it's a Brave build. Then we have Aquaforce. This one is... Oh yeah, that's Blue Wave. I mean, I think it's Blue Wave. Yeah, it's Blue Wave with Thavas as the backup grade 3. So no Tetra Drive Dragon. So there's Aquaforce. So I was curious to see where this deck was, but it's back. Full Art Skyla. Nice. I like Full Art Pokemon cards. Interesting to note that they're not running the Andre starter. Instead, they're just electing to go with the, I mean, not Andre, the Blue Wave starter, the one that lets you draw. Instead, they're going with just Andre. Interesting. And then third place, we have Grand Blue. This one is a Night Rose deck. See if I can get a close-up of it. I guess not. But grade 4 lineup is what I'm running. He's running 3 Gas Dragons as... Okay, so only 7 grade 3s. 4 Columbards. This one's a bit of a surprise. He's usually has a 1 of in most builds. But let's see. 4 Negro Lazy, 2 Negro Rook, 2 Cannoneer, 2 Banshee, 1 of... Oh, crap. I forget what this guy does. But he has seen some play. Negro Bone, Strides, PGs, and Starter. And he's running Draw Triggers. So 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. And then like standard extra deck. So standard Night Rose deck. Third place is Sanctuary Guard. Yep. Sanctuary Guard Brave. Really? You're running the Brave PGG? Huh. I mean, yeah, you can search it up with Sanctuary Guard and then you have Brave go off and this thing comes back to your hand. I wonder if that's going to catch on. But otherwise, it's just Barkle Sanctuary Guard with text. And third place is Chaos. It has to be Chaos. Yep, it's Chaos. So, standard Chaos list at this point. Yeah, he's running the Messiah grade 2 here. So there's that. Alright, so let's scroll down and take a look at some of those translated lists. Because someone was able to do that. Okay, so the rough translation for 7 Seas is 4 brake rides, 4 non-brake rides, and 1 Gust Dragon, 3 Rook, 3 Rune Shade, 3 Cannoneer, maybe 1 Slash Shade. He's the one that calls himself from Drop Zone on an attack. 4 Cutlass, 4 Nullifiers, 4 Stride Fodder, 2 Nightcrow, 8 Crit, 4 Draw for Heal, Peter the Ghosty as the starter, and then the Alt Mal deck is 4 Alt Mal, 2 Gigantic Charger, a ton of 2s, and Flogel bonus, regular crit. Zooming Service, Millennius, 4. Okay, so yeah, that's just a straight up Alt-Mal deck. Well, proved me wrong. Well, wait, was that the third stringer? Because usually with these team leagues, your first and second place. Oh, he was the second guy. So they had a lot of confidence. Wow, this team just went completely just balls deep. Like they had Grand Blue as their first guy, Royal Paladin as their middle guy, which watching Team Absolution Vanguard's theory video on that or psychology stuff, usually the center guy is the one that you build your team around, and you have Link Joker for hung up the rear. So that's an interesting team makeup. Angel Feather, Grand Blue, Sanctuary Guard. Like that first place team definitely seems pretty good. I'll have to try out that 7 Seas deck list at some point though. Currently I'm testing Night Rose because I feel like she has the better late game, but there is no denying that 7 Seas actually has an early game and it can do stuff if your opponent's stuck on 2. Doesn't list the stride zone, but I'm assuming it's the same, almost the same lineup as Night Rose, except you're running the 7 Seas, Loved by the 7 Seas Night Mist. But anyway, so that's that. Quick update on the Japanese format. As it is, our top decks at the moment are Royal Paladin variants, and then you have a bit of a tie between Link, Joker, Chaos, although from what I heard from a friend, people are starting to hop off Chaos and they're trying to pick up Royal Paladin and Shadow Paladin because of Raging Form Dragon being good again, but Raging Form Dragon can also cause you to burn out a bit quicker. But like you have Royal Paladins as undisputable best deck now. It's getting the most. And then you have Angel Feather, Link Joker. No Gear Chronicle from this one, but I still consider them to be a good deck. Grand Blue is actually starting to see play again. So it took a week off, but it came back strong in this one. You have what else that was there? Uh, and then you have like just all the other like rogue decks. So at the moment, I'd say that Vanguard, at least in Japan, is a pretty open format, which is great because again, playing for the last year, the format has been kind of stale when it was just only Royal Paladins and Shadow Paladins and Aqua Force, just those 3 decks. And then like stuff comes out. So I'm really looking forward to set 6 coming out in a couple weeks because it will spice up the format. And if the TCG has proven one thing in the past is that we are much more willing to play with various decks as opposed to what we feel will just win. So in addition to seeing these decks top, we will probably see more of things like the Harry deck from over here, more Grand Blue, maybe Asha, maybe Altmal Brave. I don't know. The fact is that these decks are seeing play is a good thing. So that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for, again, when I will do this in a couple weeks. And we'll see what else happens, because, let's see, the Gold Paladin deck's coming out pretty soon. I don't know if they'll do a whole lot. Like, it's just a reprint trial deck. Yeah, so there's really that. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, this is Boo Starter 9, jacking out.